Hello all you wonderful people, welcome to a new Let's Build series where I'm going to be building inside a super cool ravine on the Cozy Cottage world. If you haven't watched these tutorials, I do suggest you give them a look-see, because that kind of is going to give you an idea of the kind of style we're going to be going for. I'll give you a little look at this. It's just kind of like more, oh, it's super laggy. Just a little cozy style. We're going to import this style into this ravine. And I've always wanted to do one of these things. And I want to do a tutorial, but I realized that that would be very difficult to pull off. Something to memorize and then do. So we're going to do a Let's Build. And I'm going to try to, just have you guys follow along, I'll give you guys a world download and I'll show you the coordinates of this specific ravine, but I do, invite you to work on things that are original in your own ravine, in your own world, if you happen to be living near one. So the coordinates of this specific ravine in this specific world are x, -413, and z, -405. Pretty easy to remember. 400, -400. And we're going to be using kind of things that are already here. We don't want to spend all of our money, making the ravine look just the way we want. We're going to terraform a little bit, and we're going to use the ravine's natural shape to our advantage. So first thing you're going to want to do is somehow get down this ravine. I would suggest, coming down here, just breaking down. That's the easiest way to get down a ravine, when you first start off. So you're getting down this ravine, right? I'd suggest maybe making a ladder, at least at first. I'm kind of building this almost as if it was in survival mode. And you want to get down to one of these layers where it's kind of sunken in. There's usually a couple. This one has 3. 1, 2, and kind of 3 right here. You can see it over there. And the top layer kind of merges into just like, the regular ground, because it's kind of going up. So at times it can be 1, 2, 3, and 4. The bottom layer. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I suggest you pick one of these that you find is reasonably flat and looks pretty cool. So at first I was looking at this side right here. This one looked really flat and it had this kind of section, and we might actually go over to this side because I love this natural symmetry. It could be pretty modern. But then I found this one and it already looks like there could be windows right there. Super cool stuff. So we're going to start off here. I'm just going to start cleaning this area up just a bit. I don't want any ore. I'm already going to be mining all this stuff out. So we don't need it there. And we also want some symmetry with our build. And we're going to be doing something with this. We're going to be making it look super cool, integrating it with all of the different layers. So first thing I'm going to do is maybe work off this symmetry. Or better yet, make a place to stand. So we'll do something like that. So that we don't fall off when we are climbing down this ladder. So next thing I'm going to want to do is set up a base of operations. So I love this symmetry right here, this natural symmetry. And there's so much you can do with it. Maybe we can take a look at some of our other materials besides medieval and see if we can come up with anything. It's probably going to be medieval anyway. But what I do want is these right here. And I want some oak, maybe spruce. Let's go oak, because we're doing it in this survivalist style, and you're going to have a lot of oak in this forest. So what I'll do is I'll break this up. Maybe I'll go something like that. Not sure. And I'm just going to extend this kind of floor so you have a place to stand. And it's also going to act as setting up this area, for a little window. A little front section. This is going to be the focal point of the ravine. And a lot about the ravine is the nice openness of it, so I'm going to try to maintain that as best as I can. So we have really tall pillars, right? We can shrink these down using stairs, and then they become normal-sized windows. So we'll place some windows right here. Next thing I'm going to do is connect it to the ravine. So I'm going to have some logs right here for support, and then I'm going to get ourselves some stone brick stairs. My favorite. And I'm going to extend these just a little bit. Maybe I'll even do the middle one. And I'll start bringing all these pieces down. So this part might be our way of getting down to the lower levels. So I'll make sure that there's plenty of space for stairs and all sorts of other things. So let's clear this out right here, because that would look really nice against our ravine. So next thing we're going to want to do is maybe just kind of clear out some space. This stairwell was only temporary anyway. So let's kind of work around it, right? That's going to be really cool. And we're going to go around this way, and I'm going to start clearing this out. At least 3 blocks of living space. We're going to go this way. So that's 3 blocks from the edge. So that's 2 blocks here, and we'll go 2 blocks inward, like so. And that gives us a chance, oh, lagging, to place these blocks right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start digging this all the way down until it hits the other side, so we have a place to kind of walk around. See you guys in a bit. Expect to be finding quite a bit of iron ore whilst you're building your ravine house. I'm so into survival that I have to actually, if I see it, I have to break all of it. I can't forget it. I don't know, it's just my thing. So we cleared out quite a bit of space, and we'll be working on the symmetry as we go along. So one thing you're going to want to do is create some scaffolding. So I would suggest taking some dirt and just kind of going out maybe 2 blocks. That is coarse dirt. No, we don't want that. Just regular dirt. Going out maybe 1, 2 blocks of space and just making a big line going all the way across like so. That way you'll be able to work on your exterior without getting kind of bundled up, you know, all in the corner trying to see what you're doing. This way you can get a good view. I'd even almost start making platforms on the other side of this so that you might be able to see from an even greater distance, clearing out this path as well. And we'll be moving over to this path eventually too, just as soon as we figure out the symmetry of this ravine. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to start placing pillars. Like 1, 2, maybe we'll do something like that. So we don't have too much space to work with this ladder in here, but it's temporary. So let's see what we can do on this side. Maybe 2 wide windows would be cool. That'd be interesting. I usually go with 1 wide. Another thing we can do is kind of have normal houses. Like if you do this, you have 3 wide, but then you put something in the middle, it becomes 1 wide. It's a bit cozier. So we can do whatever we want. But the pillar idea seems to make a little bit more sense because we are in a quarry kind of situation. So if I was to replicate the exact same thing on the other side, it would look like this. And we'd see where our symmetry ends up. This side being a little bit longer than this side. But I like it. I like how that just happened. And that's kind of what you're going to be doing. You're just going to happen to have something fit. And we have to live with that. And that's what we're working with. So we're going to stick with this design. You know, although by accident, it kind of looks cool. And it's a bit more original than you just having it, you know, a set amount of distance. And what I'll do is I'll just, so I don't get mixed up, I will just kind of place stuff like that so that I remember that this is the end. So I might have this be the ladder to go downward. All right. And for now, I'll place that. And if I'm working, I don't want to fall off the ravine, so I'll just place dirt for now. And maybe we can work on a nice little roof for this section so that we have something to look at. You know, although setting up is good, we want to make sure that, you know, we have something that we like. So I'll work on a few designs real quick. Let's see if we can get something that looks really cool. Can we get ourselves some stone brick? Yeah, of course we can. So let's just do a natural, like, stair, block kind of thing. And let's see what that looks like. If that's a bit too tall. It's not too tall. It's a bit weird looking though. Maybe we can change it up for something a little bit better. Like maybe this one. So it's a bit shorter. It's less in your face. You know what I mean? So let's end this off by maybe having some stairs like right there. So this is very similar to other builds that I've done in the past actually. So this is one specific type roof. And I'll show you how to do it real quick. It's pretty simple. You just kind of placing stairs and then placing blocks. And I'll make sure to remove these 2 logs. They're kind of in the way. So how you build this? It's simple. You just place 2 stairs, 1 facing up, 1 upside down, a block, then stair, upside down, stair, and then you place 1 facing outward, and then 1 facing that way. And you just kind of mirror it down. So I'll give you a chance to take a look at this. And you can pause the video and you can take a look at what you're doing and making sure that it's kind of the same, unless you're going for a different roof style, which is perfectly fine. I always suggest actually trying out designs that I haven't tried out before. That way you get a better sense of what you like. The last thing we're going to do for this house specifically is we're going to be taking all these blocks and making it match up with the wall with our spruce. So we're just kind of copying what we just built, but in a different material. And I think what we'll do for now is we'll just kind of place some of the spruce slabs right here. We still don't know what we want to do for the top of that, but we have something going, all right? And what I'll do is I'll just start placing glass panes like so, and it's gonna look really nice. I like that a lot. And what I want is kind of a roof thing right here, so I'm just gonna place stuff like that. I'm gonna simulate what we just did before on the other part. Some of these windows will be going away for a bridge too, at least on one or the other sides, because I really like bridges. And I want to be able to head over to the other side. All right, so we have 2 stairs here, 1 stair here, and we'll just kind of just follow the pattern. Another thing that we have is these facing outward at the bottom, but it's kind of weird because this is also facing outward, so we'd have to have this stick out even more, and I'm not sure if we want to have that. So maybe we'll just have them stick out at the bottom. All right, and then maybe connect. Then maybe almost dig into the ground a little bit until we figure out, once again, something that we want specifically. All right. So, oh, don't want to do that. Place them in the ground. Place them sideways. And you're good. So, one thing I do like the idea of is having how this staircase comes down. This staircase can also come down, but even farther than that one. So where does it stop? So it's right there. All right. So I will head in here and I'll place this and I will start digging down. So this is how we're going to get to the bottom area, just like that. And I will start digging this out so then we can have staircase on a material that we actually like. At this point, I do suggest making like some kind of tree farm because you're going to need it for all the logs that we're using. So we're just going to come down here, and this is how we get to the bottom of the ravine. Pretty similar to this bar right here. I'm not sure what we want for here because this kind of looks pretty symmetrical, but this will give you a chance to actually have a purpose to going to this side of the ravine itself. So what I'll do is I'm just going to maybe set up something for another roof style. So we have this, right? This is holding it up. And we might want to have some stuff kind of like connected. It's hard to explain. So let's just do it. Let's just set it up. So we have that, right? We have this going up. And then maybe we have some fences right here. And maybe we'll have some right here. So you have that symmetry. So it really looks like some kind of like just in between piece that fits right over the ladder, and I really like that a lot. And it's raining, and I don't like raining in my tutorials, so I'm just gonna bring that across like that. And since that's pretty much complete for the most part, I might do stuff like that maybe, but for the most part it is complete, and I'll do that again on this side. And it just has that nice appeal, you know what I mean? So we'll bring this down. Bring that down as well. And then we'll have 2 logs coming out on the sides. And we'll leave the top clean because that doesn't look bad. One thing I might do is something like that, maybe. I might do stuff like this too. That looks really nice. You know, when you do stuff like that. And you just start adding like that, you know, texture. And that detail and purpose. And I'll have something like this, maybe. And let's see what this looks like. I wouldn't care for those. At least the bottom ones, though, that looks really cool. So we'll leave it at that for now. Another thing you could do is maybe just have them like this. So it's like little cogs almost. I like that too. So we can check this out, and we'll do it like that to keep that symmetry going. Another thing I want to do is have these things kind of meet up somewhere. It's big windows almost. I'm not sure what I want to do for the roof on that part though, but it does look really cool. And we will do the same thing on this part. Don't worry, next episode we will get to the interior, but I really want to set this up. It's just super cool to do. So let's make sure that this is symmetrical with the other side by adding these oak stairs. Like so. And I want you guys to know that although I'm going really fast, this isn't intended to be like a specific copy everything that I do tutorial. It's meant to be just some inspiration, almost. So that you can make, you know, what is it called? A ravine house. You know, just the same, but like with your own twist. It's more of an understanding of what I'm doing. So the interior looks great, and we come around and go down this way. We might shift a lot of things. So one thing I do want is the ability to have this kind of just, you know, just have a roof. You know what I mean? Something. So what I'll do is I'll see if this has like some sort of center point. Maybe. If I place a block right here, if I get a stone brick block, take that, and we'll place it here. And we'll just kind of go up and see where this leads us. And then we come back down. It's kind of weird. But if we do it right, if we jut it out just a little bit more, a little bit farther than it's supposed to, it looks really cool. It's still kind of lopsided though, and that's something that I don't want. And there's not much we can do about that, unfortunately, just by nature. And of course, that gives us a challenge too, because normally we work it with easy numbers, easy intervals, and we gotta make it look good. So we have this weird section, right? And it's 4 wide. We don't know what to do with it. What can we think of? Let's take a look. Maybe we can, let's jut it out almost, right? Let's not make it a roof. Let's make it like a station. So maybe I do something like this. I go right under, and I will put something like that maybe. Nah, I don't know. It's pretty interesting what we got going because it's so different. You know, we don't know, you don't have a set like number of things you would normally do in this situation. So maybe we can make it a railing instead for like a different floor. Right? But like the next layer is right here, so that wouldn't make sense. Maybe we can carry this up a little bit farther, and then we have this right here. Right. Let's see, this could be a railing, right? If I wanted it to be a railing, I would actually have it 1 block below, like that. So then you could have posts that are in line with the walkway, right here. This is working with the land that you're given. And that doesn't look too bad. So we'll break that out, and maybe we'll just have like something like this, right? Cool, and then we'll bring these down, and we have something that's cool. And it's a bit more amorphous. It's not like a set thing. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna connect this to this roof right here. And I'm actually gonna break this out, and I'm gonna have it like that instead. That's cool, that looks really cool. I like that a lot because now we're just combining different themes and styles with each other. You know, we have this, but we also need to have safety. Don't wanna fall off. So maybe like worst case scenario, you know, you can kind of come out here, but you already have the guardrail holding you back. So if it's more by choice that you go out here. Another thing I might do is maybe a big roof over here or like a bigger building. So let's try to replicate this. Let's see, it's pretty simple what we did. You just do that and you come up maybe 1 block and then you have sideways logs in line with the next layer. Now this is something that you couldn't have predicted. This is something that you have to learn about. Learn to just recognize. I'm gonna have these fences here to show off the natural kind of stone that resides here. And I think that'd be really cool. So we'll have more of this stuff. I really like this. And this is a big thing. It's a big, you know, like production now. I want to add more stone to this, so I might change it to like cobblestone, but I'm still unsure about what I want for this. So we are nearing the end of this episode. So if you enjoyed this episode of the, what is it, Ravine House? Just, let's build a ravine, installation or something. Something cool. That's what it is. And if you enjoy these more amorphous Let's Builds where I just kind of build things that aren't just houses, be sure to leave a like. If this isn't kind of your kind of thing and you like more just builds, I do have the Log Mansion Let's Build, which you should check out if that's your thing. But if you like more like the Jungle Let's Build, then I do suggest watching this, in the future. I'm having a lot of fun with this, and it's really enjoyable. It's really de-stressing to just just build. Make something look super cool. So once again, recap, if you like this video, be sure to like it so I know and I continue with this series. And be sure to comment suggestions. What should I do with these windows? What materials should I use? Where should I go next with this? What other Let's Builds would you like to see in the future? And with that, I'm going to leave you guys there. Thank you all for watching. Stay fancy, my friends, and I will see you guys in the next episode of the Ravine House Installation Thingamahooza. See you guys later. Bye-bye.